as he was coming down the hill, approaching the finish line around mile 13. And that's when I would normally break off with him and tell him, you know, like, hey man, like once you turn this corner, you're gonna see something pretty amazing. And that amazingness I was talking about was he's gonna see the finish line and his family waiting for him.
How was it Saturday for the 5K? Seeing your family out there?
Oh man, that was awesome. Like seeing everybody come through. I mean, I was even surprised to see people that came from Alabama to even my niece Tara in Arizona. I knew Brittany was coming down from Alabama. I didn't know her boys and her husband Mark. So Mark, little Mark, Isaiah. Yeah, that was a great surprise. Yeah. So I think there was like a total like 15 of them maybe that ran the 5K in Tacoma this year. So it was awesome to see. I mean, a lot of youth. Shout out to my sisters. Raylan ran it again, Lisa, and then my oldest sister, Thelma. She did it. And she's gonna be at least like 60, maybe more. I don't know, but yeah, to see her out there was pretty cool. So yeah, people came from all over, and yeah, made me super proud for sure.
And showing up to races, I think, is the best feeling. There's definitely no pressure, especially if you're not running. So that I love it. Like I love it. It's so easy. Yeah. It's so, yeah. I actually, yeah, I just loved it all. And shout out definitely the Cepeda family. They killed it the whole weekend. Like, you know, showing up and, you know, I even told Joe, like, it's just amazing to see a whole family come out and support each other and be out there and just getting after it still too. You know, it's not just how it's been for a little while, like Joe coming out, you know, and doing all his races. It's like, man, he has this whole family, not even just his kids, wife, but it's his siblings and nieces and nephews, and then, you know, great nieces and nephews, you know, coming out. It was so much fun. Yeah, I couldn't be more proud of that family. And like I said, man, you gotta love them Cepedas, man. Yeah.
That's what the C in NBRC says.
Yeah. Cepeda. Yeah. So dropping them off to the bus was good. I was actually happy for them. You know, obviously just shared some of my experiences and how I felt in the past with the half marathon. So I just told them just to have fun with it. Don't worry about anything else. And for me, in my head, it's honestly too late at that point. You just got to go for it at that point. So I sent my wife and my son off, and I just told them just to enjoy every moment of it. Like, don't add any more pressure to yourself, and just go out there and just have fun. And it was a beautiful day. So it was just, you know, all the ingredients for a good day. So
it was good to be a spectator. That was honestly what I wanted to do. I mean, running is hard. I feel the people that come out and support us, all of our family and everything like that, they do a great job supporting us, staying out there for however long it is, you know what I mean? So I felt like I wanted to be able to experience that and be the cheerleader this time. And yeah, it was great. Yeah, I felt no pressure besides just cheering them on and giving them all my energy so they could get to that finish line. But it was like a proud father, proud brother, uncle, everything. Yeah, unexplainable, but definitely proud to see all of them step up. A lot of them, it was their first time running any of the distances. So it's a big deal. It's not a big deal to a lot, but to us, you know, the little steps, you know, we like to celebrate as well too.
I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Jojo was supposed to do it.
Yeah. So that was the original plan. Jojo and our mullies that are part of the NBRC, Myra and Jamie, they all kind of had a pack that they were all gonna run the half marathon this year. And unfortunately, you know, some medical situations came about for actually Myra and then actually my wife Jojo too. So unfortunately, they weren't able to participate this year. I know they're gonna be coming back strong eventually. You know, God has a plan when the time's right. But yeah, the most important thing was for them to get healthy. And unfortunately, they had to back out. So it was up to the rest of the people that were still able to complete the half marathon. And I think they ran with a lot of heavy hearts. And so this year we planned on having what you would call an extra aid station for them. Because I don't know if you ever ran Tacoma. Tacoma is pretty tough. Not many aid stations there. So we thought it was a good idea to try to have that extra aid station to give them, resupply them, rehydrate them, whatever they needed, whether it was encouragement, coaching, whatever. But they all did great. It was cool to see AJ on the e-bike because he was like a mobile aid station. So that was cool. And I feel like they all needed him at certain points of the race. And he was able to do a good job like keeping up with them and meeting them. So especially that back half in Tacoma.
Yeah, so after I dropped them off to the bus, I know we were setting up just a little bit after, so it'd be after mile 5. Nesian Built, we all pretty much decided to set up a relief aid station for all our runners. So we had, everybody donated in the crew from like gels, waters, bananas, anything you could think of, BPN, energy gels, little wafer things. There's all kinds of fruit snacks. Like you think of it, we had a whole trunk load of just stuff for our runners. So I set up there and just kind of hung out basically for, I was probably there even a couple hours before even the race started. So
just to kind of aid the NBRC crew.
Correct.
With the extra.
Yeah, just to, and to see them, a little ways in, making sure they're, they had everything they needed to finish that journey.
Yeah. We're tracking all the kids. Rocky's probably the easiest one to track because he had his Garmin watch. So we were watching him from the very beginning. Again, like I said, leaving Tacoma Narrows at the start to going over the bridge, I actually saw Rocky and he was pretty far ahead of the rest of the group, probably good amount. And in my head, I'm thinking he's starting way too hot, which eventually he was. He was starting pretty fast. But we were just tracking him and watching him go through all the mile markers. I think he would text back to us like, where's the Nesian Built aid station? And we told him it was kind of around mile 5, mile 6. And then he eventually met up with Vince, and Vince was able to hook him up with some nutrition, so to say. And then, we just kind of kept tracking him as he was going through his mileage, probably like around mile 10. We noticed him getting pretty close, and he had a really good pace. He was burning right through it. So I think 10 though, I noticed he started slowing down, and that's about right when you're in the half marathon. I say between 9 to 11, you start questioning what's going on, whether you want to do this anymore. You start getting thirsty, everything starts, setting on your mind. So I actually messaged the boys in the Nesian Built. If anybody can get to Rocky, he's feeling pretty thirsty, and I think AJ was able to work his way to Rocky. But he was telling me he was looking pretty strong, so he was telling him he's cooking right now. So we were expecting Rocky to finish first, just based on how he started and the pace he was keeping. Once he got close, and pretty much for all my kids, I wanted to meet them kind of as they were coming down the hill and approaching the finish line, just to give them that extra encouragement, like, damn, y'all made it. Like, you are there. Like, let's go, give them that extra spark. And I pretty much ran with him as he was coming down the hill, approaching the finish line around mile 13. And that's when I would normally break off with him and tell him, like, hey man, like once you turn this corner, you're gonna see something pretty amazing. And that amazingness I was talking about was he's gonna see the finish line and his family waiting for him. So yeah, it was cool to see him cross that line. Again, we had a feeling he was gonna cross first, but he finished strong. Jada too, so Jada was probably, besides Rocky, Jada's probably another least of my worries out of the 3. So same thing with Jada. She was keeping a pretty steady pace. Again, not too far back from Rocky. So Jada was doing good. Jada's pretty much a silent killer, and she's kind of like a live grenade when you try to approach her too. So you kind of got to be careful. But we're tracking her as well, and she was holding a good pace. And same thing, just like with Rocky. I decided to meet them as they were coming down the hill out of 5 Mile or whatever stretch that was along Owens Beach. Just to, again, give her that extra spark. Same thing. I ran her pretty much to past 13, and then before they could see the finish line is when I would break off. And yeah, she finished strong. I feel like her and Rocky, actually all of them, they kicked it up an extra gear to get to that finish line.
Yeah, to see Keon, it was good because I had just got in contact with him at mile 11, passing through. Maybe just after. You just made sure we had backpacks, just to see if they needed anything. So He passed us. So the thing was, we had to try to beat him on the way back because I wanted to see the finish line, him at the finish line. So I actually had to run too. I had to run a little way. So that was kind of hard because I wasn't expected to run that day. So running to, to beat him to the finish line just so I can see him come through. But it was amazing. I thought Keon looked fresh too. You're definitely nervous for your own kids, your family, and all that stuff, and just how they're doing. And he did great. I just, and that's just, kind of thinking about my own experiences, because any race I've done by mile 11, I'm already, I'm not in a good state at that point. So it was nice to see them because they were all still smiles at that point. So yeah, it was good. Jamie was good. Jamie, same thing too. Kind of seeing her come through. I was just the most excited. I was so proud. Like the words, I can't even I still cry thinking about it. Like, just so proud of her. I don't think there's anything that she can't do. She just went for it, and it was just amazing. It was so amazing to see. Yeah, she was awesome. Definitely.
She got it done too, because Joe was telling me that she was supposed to have a little crew with her too that day.
Yeah, so
she still pushed through.
Yeah, she still pushed through. She was supposed to, she actually set out the race to do it with some of her, close girlfriends, mullies and things like that. And, unfortunately, actually all of them couldn't make it, for different reasons. They also had injuries, health reasons, and then even her coworkers ended up just pulling out. So it was just her. So already knowing that going into the race, I think was, definitely heavy. And we didn't really know what to expect. I kind of thought she was going to have somebody that she'd be able to at least run with, but man, she did it all by herself and couldn't be more proud. And she did it, she did it for herself, but she also did it for her girls that wasn't able to, get out there with her.
Juju, no, that's my youngest one. That's the one I always worry about. So during her training, she just likes to have a good time, man, and no stress. And if it's too much stress, we'll back off. But that's Juju. But I knew she would push through, and I had a lot of conversation with her before on being confident and trusting herself in the long run. So super proud of her. Same thing, we were tracking her, and she was behind Jada, a little bit further back. There might have been another NBRC finisher before her, but she did good. I talked to AJ when he was checking out all the runners, and his message to me about Juju was pretty funny. He would give a little update on each runner. So with Rocky's cooking, he's looking strong. Jada, she's looking strong. Then he mentioned Juju, and he said, I saw Juju at mile 6, and she looks pissed as fuck. So I already knew she wasn't having it, you know what I mean? So I was just hoping she would just continue on however she got to the finish line. And same thing, we tracked her all the way to that hill again where I met everybody. And I saw her and, just try to cheer her on and say, man, I was like, what a grind. Like, let's go. Same thing. I'm going to take you to this hill where nobody sees us. And then once I break off, you're going to see what you came here for. That's the finish line. And same thing with her. She finished pretty hard. I mean, she took off. I was like, man, she's finishing strong. So super proud.
She fought her own battle.
Yeah, she definitely, I think she definitely got in her head the most out of the two. I don't know. Everyone goes through their own battles, but her, I mean, you can read her almost like a book. So, yeah, shout out. Yeah, shout out to them. I mean,
they got it done, man.
Yeah, they got it done. Yeah, super proud of them. Yeah, so I know JoJo was too. That meant a lot.
And that had to be cool to be on the opposite side of the fence, because usually that's where they are.
Yeah.
As they're running in.
Right. Yeah.
The energy that they give us as we run in is insane. So it was cool to see the flock.
Right.
You guys cheering so damn hard for them.
Yeah.
Waving the shit out of it, keep sacking flags.
Yeah, I wanted to.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just wanted to get hype for everybody. Yeah, because
the energy was real.
They give us exactly. Yeah, they do it for us. So I felt like we had to do it even more, you know what I mean? So it was awesome. Like I said, being a spectator and seeing them do that, like I wouldn't change that for running that day at all. I think the only cherry on top now is to actually do a run with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, we can do a 5K. I felt like this year for NBRC, it was the year of the kids. Like, they really like stepped up. Yeah, they stepped up, and it's pretty cool to see. Like, for a lot of us, I mean, that's what we want. We want the future of our kids to be looking strong and giving them experiences where they're doing hard shit and pushing through where they don't even, where you even have doubts yourself that you can even do certain things like that. So yeah, we're just building them up, and a lot of times they're carrying a lot of us older folks, you know, the older ones. So watch out, like MB's looking really strong, and super proud to be part of it.
Tacoma City Marathon is, like we said, it's history. Like, this is, I ran my second marathon here, and I was going for a PR, and it was my most painful marathon. It was where I learned probably the most. It's also where I wanted to quit running.
You can push your body through a lot of shit, but you know, there's times that you might meet these physical limits, but your mind is what's going to push you through this. Your mind is what's going to push you. You can cramp, you can have all this fucking pain and all this, but your mind can just push you to that finish line. You know? You just have to just keep moving forward. That's all I kept thinking, just step by step. When it got to that point where everything just hurt too much, it's step by step. Get to that fucking trash can, get to that pole, get to the fucking finish line, man. We're finishing this. And the finish line, you know, and that's just another thing, like, just sometimes you might think you're gonna get there faster than you really are. Like, sometimes that finish line is just, it seemed like it's just pushed back, but you just gotta get there. Yeah. You just gotta get there. It's there. The finish line is there, right? But things happen. You have setbacks. You have, you know, the adversity. Get to the finish line. Just keep going. Just keep pushing. Keep going forward. Something might bring you back. Keep pushing forward. Something might slow you down. Keep pushing forward. Do not fucking stop.
You know, I go back to that day, and it just brings me to thinking about how we turned pain into pleasure, joy, happiness, fulfillment. You know, getting through, not only in the race, but 3 years later, seeing all these people cross the finish line and overcoming battles and doubt that they probably had, you know, during that race, even before the race. Getting to see that is probably, you know, the best thing I could have ever hoped for, you know, coming from the pain that I went through, wanting to quit, possibly not even running another marathon, you know, in 2023 to now in 2026, getting to see, you know, multiple people crossing a finish line and getting to experience kind of what I got to experience in 2024 when I, you know, overcame my doubt. It's one of the coolest, most fulfilling things, you know, I could ask for, you know, on this journey.
I went through what I was supposed to go through last year, so I could feel this good when this happens.
Yeah!
know how long, 13 miles takes, how long it feels like, and how much you can go through while you're doing that. So especially as a kid, when you're 12 years old to 16 years old, like there's very little things that you'll actually go through in life yet, compared to what you go through in a half marathon like that, running that distance, being alone for that long, and going through your little mental battles for 2-3 hours, and most people, like I think about a lot, is most adults avoid having to put themselves in situations like that. And I know that the kids that we have here and what they're around and the people that they see doing it, they believe that they can do these things because they've seen it, and it's right in front of them. They're surrounded by it. And I had no doubt that they would finish, but I knew they were going to go through something. I knew they would have challenges throughout. We all do with every race. So I just wanted to see them push. I knew that they were capable because from NBRC, from that first time we started NBRC, that first NBRC meet, they showed up consistently, constantly, just stacking all of the work that we've done, over the year. And they do the runs, they do the group workouts, they do the lifts. All these kids have been part of all of this, so they understand what hard is. They've put themselves through enough small, basically what we say is microdosing adversity, right? We put them through enough, little by little, that a whole race of a marathon is not just all pain, right? You just have these little moments where it's hard, you're struggling, it's painful. But when you've put yourself through that before, when you have those moments before where it hurts and you want to quit and you didn't in the past, this is what these guys got to use for this race.
How was it seeing them at the start line?
Yeah, I got there kind of late. I think it's like any of us, right? We show up to that and you're just thinking all the what could happen, what if, this and that. Did I do enough to be prepared for this? But I saw them all out there, and they actually looked excited, and they looked ready because they're about to go. Like as soon as I got there, they were about to start walking up to the start line and just get going. But I could imagine inside what they were feeling like, and then hearing that gun go off, it just here we go. Here we go. That's just what it is, and they were in it. I was excited for what was going to come. It's 13 miles that you didn't get to run yet, that you're about to get into. It's a whole new experience that a lot of them didn't get to go through yet. So that was cool to see. Like, all right, they're about to start, and energy's high now, and let's see where it goes. So I was basically like the roaming aid station. My job was basically I'm in communication with everybody, kind of giving a status on where I'm seeing people, how they're looking. I was on the e-bike going up and down basically the course, trying to just keep track of everybody. And I had water, I had gels, I had all kinds of stuff that I had in the backpack, and I was just able to fuel people, try and help fuel people, because we know from the past, all of us have ran either the marathon or half marathon, that this race in particular doesn't have that many aid stations. So we wanted to make sure we could help out our people as much as possible without them having to carry everything on them. So we didn't only have the kids out there. The kids was a really big part because of, just the age gap from, seeing where we started to the kids believing they could come out and do these kind of things now, right? But we did have, 2 people that did run their first one. You had BJ and Jamie ran their first half marathons, Caitlin and BJ ran together. Super important because they are they're married, and they're a couple that ran and struggled and went through this, hard event together, and they were able to push each other to get through it, right? And enjoy the experience, suffer together, all of it. It all matters, because you get to take these moments, and it's experiences that, like I always say, I think just a lot of people will avoid. So I think that was really cool that BJ and Caitlin got to experience that together, because Caitlin has ran this race before. So to get to experience it with, BJ, I think is something special. Jamie, I think, was a very important part of, she's a very important part of NBRC for sure alone. But for this race, I think it was really special for her, just because of all the things that happened beforehand and that happened on race day. She was supposed to have basically a group of people that they were all supposed to run together. And this is why I talk about like why I think community is so important, because our people show up. Our people, when we say we're gonna do something, we do it. And I gotta try and say these kind of things without trying not to break down. But I'm just thinking about like how tough it could have been for Jamie, right? She was supposed to run with JoJo and Myra, and those circumstances they had circumstances that had to take them out, and very understandable. They were very, very crazy circumstances that they had to deal with, and I know if they could, they would have been out there with Jamie. But I know she had kind of like knee issues going into the race too, so there's a lot of things that it's not just a run, man. And I think that's the cool part about races, and how everybody has a story out there. Everybody has something that's going on in their mind. Everybody has something that's going on in life that could have prevented them from showing up to this race and showing up to do these things that they say they want to do. And Jamie stuck it out, and she finished her first half marathon. And I don't think it'll be her last one, and I don't think it'll be her best one either. I think it'll be her first experience that she got to see what it was like, and she wants to grow from it. And I'm excited for her, and I'm super proud of what she was able to accomplish. It was just crazy dope, man. And also like with BJ too, man. Like BJ, there's history there too. Like we go back, I've said it multiple times, especially to the group. I mean, that first year I ran Tacoma, BJ was out there, and BJ just thought we were crazy. I would never run, I would never do this. And here he is, just a couple years later, running his first half marathon. Super excited about it, and already thinking about doing something even more and doing more of it with his wife, especially, which is important because we're trying to create these strong bonds, especially within the marriages. So super proud of BJ, man, for how far he's come and everything he's probably dealing with, and coming, as father of his second child now, and just growing. And it's all important. All of this matters because we're just trying to be the best that we can be for the people that we love and the people that we're surrounded by. So,
of course, you got to mention the standout moment. What was your standout moment?
So probably the highlight moment for me, at least, of this race was a moment I had out. I think we're around miles 9-10 of this race, and one of the runners was just going through some stuff, and it happens. It's part of the race, part of these races, and sometimes you just don't feel like you got it in you. Sometimes you don't. You just feel like you just don't want to do it, and I've been there, and I felt that in the middle of a race, and I felt that in the middle of doing things that are hard. But it's crazy because if in that moment was probably the most stressful time for me in that whole day. I think it actually was. I looked at my watch later on that day, and it showed that during those times I was with this person, it was the most stressful time of my day, which was weird because I was kind of standing in one place, or I was sitting on the e-bike. But I think it was more because it was a challenge for me. It was a new challenge for me. Not only because it was a teenager, but also because I'm a father of 3 boys, and this was it was a girl. So it was not me trying to be the hard charging, dad, but it was trying to be the push belief and encourage in this moment. It was tough, and I understood exactly where she was at, but I just didn't know whether she wanted me to leave her alone or whether she wanted me to be there for her. And I think my decision came from me thinking about when I was, you know, probably feeling like that, or when I was feeling like that in the past. I felt better when somebody was there with me. It didn't matter how mad I was or how angry I felt maybe inside. It was always better when somebody came with me and somebody was right there by my side. So I decided to stay behind, just stop her and just talk to her and see where she was at. One of the things I told her when we were over there, when we were talking, was that this is just a moment where it really hurts. This is just a moment that you're doubting yourself. But if you keep moving forward, you get past all of it. And she did. And I got to see her. She just started going. And all I could think about, man, was like, there she is. Like, there she is. There she goes. There she goes. And I just started yelling that to her, man, because it's like she just didn't quit on herself. She just kept going. She kept moving forward. And she found it. And usually that's what happens. Like, a lot of us will quit in those moments, in those times when it gets really hard. We start doubting ourselves. We just quit. Just give up on everything. We give up on the whole task or the whole goal we set in front of us. And all I wanted to do was keep seeing her move forward and get past that moment, because I know it's just a moment. And she did. It was cool as shit. And I got to finish off, you know, that race with her. Not at the very end, but kind of came down and you could already see the finish line from, you know, over the bridge basically. And I was just telling her, I was like, there it is. Like that, there it is. You did that, you know. And I was super proud of her, man. Like, I can only imagine how hard it was and how hard it was getting for her, and for her to, you know, find it after, you know, so long of just doubting yourself and having a hard time. I was super excited to see how strong she finished and how happy she was and how proud of herself she was for finishing that race. You know, there's a lot of storylines that go into, you know, what happened, you know, just for, you know, Tacoma City Marathon weekend. We had 20 plus people run the 5K. We had about 10 people run the half marathon on Sunday, and 9 out of the 10, it was their first half marathon. We also had Brittany came all the way out from Alabama to run her first half marathon. She ran the 10K last year, killed it last year, and then she was able to come out this year and push the envelope, right? Go a little bit further, like changing the hard. Her heart just keeps getting harder. So,
and brought her family with her.
And her family was with her, like her kids and her husband. Her husband ran the half marathon with her, kind of just pacing her being out there. And kids ran the 5K the day before. Like, these are all these moments, all these little pieces and these memories that we get to create together.
Eric coming back too.
Yeah, and yeah, we had like just Eric, the miracle man, just coming back and running again less than a year from, you know, his accident or his incident that he had. And, you know, from what happened, you would never even think this guy would be able to show up, even put a bib on again. Like, and these are the things that we're creating, man. And these are the people we get to be surrounded by. I don't know. I just think about like the path that we could have went on. You know, I just think about if I never would have went back my second time, I would never have these moments with all these people. Yeah, and getting to see everybody achieve and accomplish things that they, you know, at one point didn't think they could, man. Like, for me, that's the coolest shit. I mean, if I could do anything in this world, it's that. Just trying to help people believe in themselves, help them do things that they didn't think they could. It doesn't even have to be like anything crazy. Just little things, man. And like we always talk about, keep stacking. It's because of that. Like, you start doing these little things that you don't believe that you can do, and then it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. What we've created and the people that have come in and been a part of all this is something so different compared to anything I've been a part of, and it's something special, man. Like, with all the families and, you know, everybody coming together. You know, Tacoma City Marathon weekend is like this NBRC weekend, man, and that's our people. And I'm thinking next year, 2027, we're taking over that bitch. So we're gonna go big next year, and then I hope, you know, a lot of people, you know, start coming out and achieving and accomplishing things, man, doing hard stuff that, you know, with us, because we're here to support each other. We're here to lift each other up, and that's the only way we see going forward. That's the only way we work here. we're gonna challenge each other. That's just how it's gonna work. And we've seen so much growth from so many people. When you're trying to go for your personal goals and you just see everybody else outside, you just think once they see you, they start believing that they can now. That's the mission. We all can move forward. We just said, like we say, running is just a tool because it's gonna bleed into every part of our lives, whether it be our careers, our family life, our faith in God, all this stuff. It's all gonna bleed into that. So we keep just pushing and seeing how far we can go because it's bringing everybody together. It's bringing everybody further. And weekends like that, moments like that, experiences like that, this is memories that we get to take and we look back on and think about like how we all just did that together. So shout out to everybody NBRC. I wish I could name everybody, one by one, but I just hope you guys know you guys are all super special to me. And I couldn't be more proud of what you guys are doing, man. So keep getting out there, keep fucking getting after it, keep showing them what NB is all about and what we do. Keep stacking.